Hi, welcome to the Eurovision Fam debrief of semifinal 2, and what a show it was. We've got one person here, or a couple of people here already. Hello, Olivia. You're from Sweden. Hey, you know what? I'm so happy Sweden's bringing Swedish back to Eurovision. So, yeah, let's go ahead and let's get into the results of semifinal 2. So, our qualifiers were in qualifying order: Lithuania, Israel, Armenia, Denmark, Austria, Luxembourg, Finland, Latvia, Malta, and Greece. So, Augusto, what do you think about our qualifiers?
I'm not shocked, like at all. I'm not that shocked.
Really?
Yeah, although I missed Armenia and Czechia in the live stream because I had to do things to make it to the location I am. I'm at a cafe. I'm not shocked at the ones that we got. There's, Israel, not shocked that they got through. Even though the
Yeah,
song doesn't do it for me, I'm not surprised. I'm a little surprised with Lithuania though.
I'm
I
not.
thought I thought they were DOA, but they weren't. I will miss Australia
Yeah, so,
though.
yeah, that was cute. I'm going to miss Australia and Czechia both. Those were two men who were up my alley personally, but we still got
Same,
the boys from Portugal, and they're more up my alley. So, you know what? I'll
same.
take it. I'll take my eye candy where I can get it. So, that being said, I got 8 out of 10 right. The two I did not see qualifying were Armenia and Denmark. With those two, I thought Denmark was out. With Armenia, I was like, it's going to be either Armenia or Czechia. You missed it. Adonis had some vocal issues, like he missed his cue. And the
Ooh.
staging was very white. Look at it. I thought it told a nice narrative, but I think it was just too much white. Um, so yeah, like that's kind of how I think what happened with him. Um, but yeah, I think I got 8 out of 10. Hef says I got 8 out of 10 correct. Great. So yeah, I think I'm the most surprised that Denmark qualified out of the qualifiers here. So, do you have like a favorite of the night?
My favorite of the ones I was able to watch, Malta, and of course my winner, Finland.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Erika did it. She did it. Point blank and period. She did it. And I'm so happy that she qualified. And I do pray to Jesus Christ in the heaven's name that Finland won the semi-final. That
same.
closing, that closing out of space. It's another thing. Like, no.
Yes.
Who did that? Only they did, and that's on the period.
Like I said, as soon as that performance ended, I was like, oh, sie ist gekommen. Like, come on, y'all. But yeah, agree with that completely. I would say though, my favorite of the night was not Finland. It was instead, I'm gonna say Luxembourg. They really surprised me. I wasn't really checking for that song. Okay, I wasn't really checking for that song hardcore personally, but I think that it was a good performance and it really elevated the song for me as well. So I'm gonna actually say I'd give it to them, or Latvia was my other. I just think every shot in Latvia's performance was pure art. Like that was gorgeous. I had chills. They sounded amazing. They looked amazing. It was transformative. I loved it.
I'm happy that Latvia got through because they are avenging Blanca Paloma. That was beautiful.
Thank you.
That was art. That
Hmm.
was a spectacle. My fairies did that, and I'm happy and proud of them. And also, Latvian pulled them through as well, 2 years in a row. Who knew?
Yeah,
So
I'm
props to
happy.
them. They did that.
Ruta Vega, let's be good. Sorry, she's not happy right now. Well, while we wait for that to happen, could you go ahead and say who you thought was your least favorite of the night?
My least favorite of the night, unfortunately, it was Ireland. I don't vibe with that song. I don't. I'm just not the audience of it. I originally I would love to say Armenia because I don't like the song, but the staging was cute. From the recap, the staging was really cute. But of the ones I was able to see in full, it had to be Ireland. I'm so sorry. I'm just not the crowd. I'm not the audience.
Yeah, I would agree with that statement. I do not like Ireland's song. It makes me think of a dead dog. You can hear my dogs right now. I like dogs too much for that. Also, I know this is gonna sound hypocritical coming from me. I know what I sound like. I just don't like Emmy's voice. She's technically a good singer. It's just not my personal taste because I sound like that already. So like, you know, um, call me a self-hating person. I'm a self-hater, I guess, in that situation. Yeah. I would say though my least favorite, I don't even what did I write down for this? It's probably someone I forgot was even on the stage. Who else performed in this to me? Serbia, probably?
Serbia.
Yeah, I don't remember Serbia's performance.
That's the
I
reason
think that tells
that's
you.
yeah, it tells you everything. That's the reason why they got out.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah. So, is there anything that like shocked you?
I mean, Lithuania going through shocked me a little bit.
I saw that coming, baby.
I didn't.
I
I
saw that
personally
coming.
didn't. I almost
Yeah.
thought I was very scared for Latvia, but I'm very happy that they pulled through. And Denmark and Malta breaking their non-qualification records. We love to see it. I'm proud of my girls. They did what needed to be done. They ate
Hmm.
that. The girls did
Yeah,
it.
I think my biggest, well, I should probably say it more like who was your biggest grower of the night maybe? Like who do you think elevated everything the best?
I need to watch it in full, but I'm gonna give it to Armenia.
I would agree with that completely. I think Armenia, like that song makes me think of a Ford F-150. I'm seeing a car off-roading, can't stand it. However, I think with the staging, it really brought it to life. Elodie mentioned Luxembourg. I always
That's
liked Luxembourg's song though, personally.
me too.
And so, but I think the staging really elevated it a lot and made other people like sold it to other people. But like, I'm also nostalgic for that sound. Like, I've mentioned before, my stepfather ran a French restaurant. That's the kind of music we used to play during lunch, like during lunch hour when it was casual. So yeah, I have a fondness for that.
Yeah.
All right. I'm just trying to think. You don't have much time. Yeah.
Yes, I have
So
class in a few minutes. I have another 5 minutes.
okay, how are we feeling about everything going into Saturday?
I mean, I'm excited because we are going to get a more split final than anticipated. Because some countries
Hmm.
with their stage performances, they elevated songs that most of us believe were dead on arrival prior to Basel.
Yeah.
But now from what we've seen on stage, oh, they're killing it.
Yeah.
And I think the juries are going to have a very hard job, but I think us as voting audience, we have an even harder job, in my opinion. It's going to be a
I
very nail. I think it's going to be a nail biting final. It's not going to be a
okay.
landslide jury vote like we've had the last 2 years.
Now here's another question for you because I know you have to go very soon. Do you think the winner is going to be the jury winner, the televote winner, or both? Like a jury and televote agree.
Um, it's not the jury winner. It's not the televote winner. It's the country that secures the best combination of both.
Yeah, so like the two, it's going to be a split. You think whoever makes it, neither one.
Whoever makes it makes it. That's pretty much it. Hi, Alicia.
Hello, Alicia. Well, Augusto has to run. He's got class, so it's kind of like us. But yeah, I was just we were just asking. I just asked him, do you think the winner is going to be televote winner, jury winner, both or neither?
Well, I think that that's complicated because no, I think we're in for a 2019 situation. I think it's going to be the
Okay.
best of both. I don't think the jury winner, I don't think the jury winner is going to win. And I don't think the televote winner is going to win. I think we're in a best of category, especially looking at the results from the last two nights. I think we're in a midway point.
Yeah. Yeah. So we kind of went over our thoughts on the qualifiers. We went over the thoughts of our biggest shocker, who elevated the staging and who brought the best package compared to what they had at studio alone. Do you have any thoughts about? I want to know. Did you mention that on the other stream? Which one you thought kind of elevated their package the most?
Well, maybe this is not that. I mean, Armenia.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Armenia elevated their package the most, I think. Yeah. Not even Luxembourg, because we knew Luxembourg was going to deliver this well on the stage, I think. So they actually, I think, fulfilled expectations. But I think Armenia really outsold. But I was just hopping in the stream just for a little bit, and I'm going to leave.
Okay. So I'll see you then. Bye. All right. Means you guys have just me. So I hope you're excited for that. Alberto Pinheira says, do you think the score will be broken this year? No. Like, it's not going to happen. I hate to say it, but like, I think that this year things are so split up that we're not going to see a record-breaking jury score, a record-breaking telescore, or a record-breaking combination of the two. I just don't think that's in the cards for this year. And I don't think we really have a runaway favorite either. Like, I don't know. I look at the odds and I'm still like, those are your top two in the odds? Okay. So we'll see what happens. Mark says, I think the Netherlands is going to do an arcade situation. It won't win the jury or the televote, but it'll have the most combined points there. Are too many songs not going for both? I don't know. Because when it comes to the Netherlands, my worry is always going to be he's black. We've said it before. It's just like, I feel like when it comes to performers who are not white, the televote doesn't get behind them as much as they could. The jury tends to go a little more for them, but like I just feel that that's my biggest thing when I think of Claude winning, is I have that fear. I mean, Destiny got burned, back in 2021, so I just worry about where things are going with that. Okay, and then Hef says, when I say Albania is the best contender to pull the arcade this year, okay, I think I agree with you in that statement. I feel like we cannot knock off, or we can't rule Albania out for potential winning. They are it's such a great song. It's really well liked and really well received by the fandom, and I think the jury is going to give it love too. Like, the vocals there, the staging is gorgeous. Like, it's wonderful, and it showcases Albanian culture. It's a great little song. I shouldn't say little. It's an excellent song and an excellent package overall. Rainer Unsen says, yes, Albania can do a Jamala. Agreed. I agreed. Elodie Albania, I can get behind. Her vocals were perfect. The whole package was extremely well done. Yes, I think so too. Georgios Papadopoulos says, I still think Sweden. I think it's still possible for Sweden to come fourth or fifth at the jury and win the televote and win. Do you think that's possible? Here's my thing. If that happens and the jury scores Sweden fourth or fifth, are they just scoring Sweden fourth or fifth because it's Sweden? Because if a country that wasn't Sweden let's say Finland, sent that same exact song, would it have the potential to come 4th or 5th still with the jury? And if that's the case, I'm just kind of tired of Sweden getting points for being Sweden, from the jury at least. I kind of wish we could like rank these blind and not know which country was which, but that's kind of impossible. So, but I would be curious to see what would happen if we had something like that one year. Bruno Cruz, I'd love to see Albania win, but I feel as a fandom we're overrating her so much. Honestly, I feel the same way to a certain extent, and that's why I'm not going full on Albanian win. But catch me on Saturday when I'm in full Delulu mode, I might be saying it. I might very well be saying that. Also, my manager is Swedish now, so I can't let Sweden win, because then he has like bragging rights on me. Let's see. Okay, Elodie says, I think the fandom is way more behind Erika in Finland than Albania. I think Erika could very much still win, and I'd be perfectly fine with that. It's been a while since Finland won, and I think the performance from Erika is fantastic. Like, but I would say the ones that gave me the chills the most watching them live, Switzerland. Do I think Switzerland could pull a double? No, I don't think any country's going to pull a double again anytime soon. But if Switzerland somehow managed to pull a double, I'd be okay with it. I just find that staging is gorgeous. I find the song to be beautiful, and it gives me chills. It gave me chills the first time I watched it. Hot K-pop tea. I think France is the best overall package. It was so good. France was great. I'm not a big fan of that song in studio personally. I think my biggest issue with it is I just don't have a good relationship with my own mother. So I don't think it hits me as hard as it would hit other people who maybe have that relationship. But I found that the staging with the stands coming down like she's living in an hourglass was so beautiful. It was so effective. It told the story of the song very, very well. That was some excellent staging from France. I don't know who is doing France's stage direction this year. And to be honest, last year and then in 2021, whoever did those three, give them more money because they know what they're doing. Because France likes to mess up their staging every once in a while, and I don't appreciate that. Let's see here. If Sweden got top 5 and Finland didn't, if Sweden got top 5 and Finland didn't, and I love Sweden, but it would make no sense, especially after what they did to Kaino. Yeah, exactly. Like, Kaino got no love from the jury, but got love from the televote. Mark, my mom is the most wine mom. My mom is the most wine mom you could get, and her favorite is Poland this year. Very left field for her, but I love that. You know what? It's the power of Justina's mothering that another mother had to respect that mother level. Like, that's the only explanation for it. But yeah, I mean, I'm curious how your mother felt about other people. Georgios Papadopoulos, my mom likes Poland too. Hey, have fun with the moms. Reinhard Unsen says France said this is director is the same as Nemo and Katia, and also did Mons 2015. Okay, so it is somebody who's good at staging. I cannot remember that man's name right now, but the fact that he's done some good work, France knew where to put the money at. France knew where to put the money. It's one of those things where I kind of root for France as well, because it's been so long since they last won. It's been, like 50 years almost? I can't do math fast, but it's been a long time since France's last win. Yeah, it's been a long time. Elodie says, the staging for France depends on the artist, not the delegation. If we had an artist who knows what to do to sell the song, the staging is the best. If they don't, the delegation is doing the minimum. Understood. Okay, and Georgios and Elodie, I'm going to highlight Elodie because I know she's in France. 48 years. Okay, 48 years? I'm okay with France winning again. I think that France would give us a great show, and it's so clear the French delegation has been hungry for this. They have wanted this since what? After they got like 2017 is when they kind of got their act back together a little bit. Yeah, I mean, if France wants to win, I think that they want to win for a reason, and let's give it to them. Mark, my mom's other favorites are Albania, Lithuania, and Norway. She's almost losing her wine mom status. Okay, maybe your mother has just evolved past the point of getting distracted by a pair of arms and a greased up man. You know? Okay, I'm sorry. All right. So, I don't know what else to say. It's kind of weird being on the stream all by myself. I kind of wanted to delay to see who's in what running order still. So we'll see what's gonna happen. Hold on here. I'm just checking to see if they've gotten to revealing the running orders yet. Or not the running order, to see who's gonna be in what. I also noticed this year, both of the semis, we got more of the qualifiers from the top half than the bottom half, which is curious to me. So I don't know if we'll see that trend continue on. Oh, I also wanted to say, when it comes to the what's it called? The interval. I'm glad we got to see songs from 2020, but I kind of wish they would have chosen artists who performed in 2020 or who were supposed to go to 2020 but didn't go in 2021 because they either didn't win their national final or the country decided to go in another direction or they didn't want to go on. So yeah, I wish we would have gotten to see them. Like, yeah, I love The Group. I love On Fire. I love Destiny. I love Jean's Tears. I don't love Effendi. But wow, I was about to make a really dark joke. But yeah, it's great. Good. They came back, but I would rather see somebody else instead. Yep. I seeing Destiny sing All of My Love. I love that song. I miss the symphonic songs. I miss symphonics too. Like, what are they up to? Because I know like the leader of symphonics wasn't happy they had to have new songs for 2021, but I would love to see them come back. I would really appreciate that. Mark, I said the same thing about 2020 acts. I like the songs that were chosen, but where was Ulrike? Where is Diodato? Where was the mamas? I know with Ulrike, she just had a baby. And like, it's kind of like a serious situation with her and her, like she had a difficult kind of birth situation. So I totally understand why she wasn't there. Um, yeah, I think that's what happened with Ulrike. With Diodato, I think I would have liked to have him as well. The mamas definitely 100% agree with the mamas. Like the other songs from 2020, I really loved. I totally get why we didn't ask Daffy to come back. I think he's kind of over it. He's already come back for Liverpool. I also think that who's another one? Like Ben Dolic, I would have loved to have that, but I know he's over Eurovision. So I can't imagine him showing up again. But it would have been nice to see some other people. I think those are kind of like the big ones so that we didn't see return. Let me see here. Black bean paste. I know these results for both semis can feel weird, but they are very refreshing, to be honest. It could impact the contest for good. I would agree with that as well. I think I'm not angry with any results. Like, I mean, there's certain songs I'm like, I don't think you deserve, like, I wouldn't put you in my final. And like, I can separate how I feel about a performance and how I feel about a song prior to going into the contest versus how I feel after the show. Like my go-to one for a song I could not stand in studio, but I love it live. Love Wave. I hate Love Wave in studio. I think that song is awful. But as an overall package with the staging, that song's amazing. And I will watch that and I will defend that one. And like this year, I totally get why Czechia didn't qualify, even though he was one of my favorites this year. Ukraine is my favorite in the contest. And if that did not qualify on Tuesday, I could see why it wouldn't qualify. There were some issues vocally, and the staging wasn't up to par for what we expect from Ukraine. But I don't know if that's me judging it on this is Ukraine level, or this is like objectively looking at it. If like another country sent that package, would I feel the same way? I am still very, very happy to have that in the final. And I'm happy we got all the bands, because like my top 5 is mostly bands. So I'm happy I got most of my top 5 this year. That doesn't usually happen for me. I kind of like the quirkier, kind of a little more off the beaten path songs, I think. Let's see here. Georgios Papadopoulos. I screamed out in joy when Greece made it. I voted 10 times. I was so worried. I'm happy for you that you voted for Greece. I'm glad Greece made it too. I feel like the vibe, I don't think Greece is going to win this year, but the song makes me feel similar emotions to how I felt with 1944. So I totally get the love for Greece. I really, truly do. I think it's a beautiful, beautiful song. I thought the staging was fantastic. It was so good. I really did like that one a lot. Yeah, let me see here. It says songwriter really would have switched Australia and Armenia, but the results tonight made sense. Yeah, I think so too. I really liked Australia. I thought it was cute that they went for like an infomercial thing. I would have wanted the camp turned up a bit more on that, because you had a couple of jokes, but you could have really sold it a little more with the jokes, where it's like, okay, you step into this milkshake maker and then you turn into like a different person who's a little more flashy. I think we could have played up with that a little more, and I could have used more on-screen graphics to play up the call now to get your blender. I think that could have been a lot of more fun. So it's like there was an idea there, but I feel like the execution wasn't enough. And that's why Australia ultimately, I don't think, qualified. Armenia had a great overall package. PARG sounded fantastic. He looked good. And he was running, like he was really putting in the effort and giving us a workout on that stage, and did not hit a bad note. So I totally get why Armenia made it. Let's see here. Mark says, I just realized the running order is going to be insane. We can only hope that the person who chose the semi orders has called in sick. Okay, you know what? Let's talk about these semi running orders, because Tuesday was whiplash. Like, what was that? Whoever came up with the running order for Tuesday, prison, jail, did not appreciate that. Whoever wrote that, like, it was just so, what are we doing here? Like, it was just made no sense at all. And you went through emotional whiplash. I think tonight wasn't as bad with that. Like, there were some transitions where I was like, are we really going from this to this? Okay. But yeah, I think Tuesday was way worse with that. As far as I'm concerned, I'm sorry. My dog is poking at me. Well, I'm looking here. Cyprus. Okay, Georgios Papadopoulos. Georgios might have been killed. I'm sorry, Cyprus might have been killed by the vocal. Australia may be by being first. Czechia with the styling. What do you think? I think with Czechia, the styling could have really very well have been an issue. I don't know, because I don't really, call me sexist, I don't like really seeing men in white. Personally, I don't like an all white suit. Let me rephrase that. I don't like seeing white men personally in all white. I don't think it's aesthetically pleasing to me. So because of that, I can see where that may have been an issue. Also, I think the white outfit on the mostly white background, did not like that. I thought the choreo was good, and that with the backing dancers, it really told like the story of a breakup, which I was into with Czechia. And because of that, I was kind of pulling for it, but I think with the styling, we could take that into consideration. I think it was more the staging. I mean, the Czech Republic usually is so good at staging stuff that this kind of felt like a repeat of oh my God, where it was like the staging doesn't marry with the song as well as it could, and the staging lets down, what is otherwise a really good studio cut. So I would say that's kind of how I feel with that. I just wish there was like more color because it kind of just all washed out. And then vocals were was it X Mari Gold, X or Mari 3 Gold, Marie Gold. Vocals weren't as great. Honestly, vocally, he had that mistake where he like missed his cue, and I think that really shook him up and like threw him off with the performance. He recovered, but probably not as well as he should have. And Mark says, I think this lesson this year is that like, we realize that our bubble is very small and casuals just may not have the same feelings as us. I think it's a lesson we need to learn as Eurovision fans after every contest. Let's be 100% with that. Like, that's a consistent lesson we as fans need to learn. I mean, I'm pretty good at predicting who qualifies and who doesn't. Like, I was off by 2 this semi. I think last semi I was off by 2 as well. Which is about where I'm usually at when it comes to Eurovision. I mean, I don't know. Like, once we get the results on Saturday, I might feel differently. But like, yeah, I think with a lot of Eurovision fans, we have trouble leaving our taste at the door versus our taste, like where we go, oh, if I like this or Eurovision fans like this, I must do well. Yeah. Half momentum is also super important. Yeah, we have to be keeping like checking for things. Oh my God, Alex, let me tell you. Thank you for bringing this up. Can we briefly touch on the sound mixing? I hope they fix it for the final. I don't know what's happening with the mix. Like the mix, from what I understand, the delegation can choose if they want more backing vocal or if they want more of the main mic feed or if they want more of the backing track. I just don't know. Sorry. I don't even know what that was. Sorry. But yeah. Where was that? Yeah, they can make their own decisions on these things, but there's something that's off because it's like some people sound good, and then in some songs you could barely hear people. Like when I was watching Tuesday, I could barely hear Belgium. I could barely hear like tonight. I heard most of the people. There's only one song I didn't listen to at all tonight. And you guys, if you know me, you can probably guess. But like the mix, like Latvia sounded good. I could hear them clear. Malta kind of sounded like she was on top of the mix. Like I needed more of the audience. I know when they turned the audience mic down, they didn't want people to start screaming "cunt," which boo, boo, boring. And also I could have used more sound from the backing track because the backing vocals were so low. They weren't giving Mariana the proper support she needed. Like she sounded great. No complaints about her, but just like the way the mix was, it's like a layer cake and she's the frosting on the top rather than being melded together. Like it's like if you've ever had tres leches cake, right? So you got your sponge and then you have like this liquid syrup that you soak the cake in, and then you got the topping on top. It's like she's the topping on top. Or even I wouldn't even say that. She's like the strawberry on top. So whenever I buy tres leches, they always put a strawberry on top. She's like the strawberry on top. What do you have? Drop it. Sorry, my dog had something she shouldn't have had. My dogs like to pull stuff off the shelves and like they pull books off the shelves and chew them up. And it wasn't a book this time, it was something else. Here, you want to say hi? Okay. He's not going to say hi. Okay, thank you. Thank you very much for that, Mytho. Could you please get down? Get down. Thank you. All right. Anyways, I'm sorry, I lost my train of thought. Yeah. Oh, talking about the mix. It's just like I need it all to mesh better. I don't know if it's just me, But like I clearly it's not because other people are mentioning it too. It's just like in the mix, I can't. I can't think of it. Yeah, I'm just gonna see here. Ed Adonis was hit hard by the mixing mashup. Mishap. I think it was more he missed his cue. Like he must have. I don't know if there was an issue with his in-ear, but he missed his cue. And I think it messed him up. Let's see here. Can talk about the price of voting being fixed for everyone else, even though in Eastern Europe it goes hard paying it. Okay, so like the price is too expensive for Eastern Europeans versus Western Europeans. I mean, I know the EBU uses voting or the EBU and the broadcasters use voting to kind of raise money. But I would like to see us go to more of a junior voting system where you don't have to spend money to vote in junior. You can go on the website and you can choose, your 3 songs you want to vote for. If we could have a system where you still can vote a max of 20 times, but you have to choose, which of those 20 you want to pay. So, okay. So Giorgio says, yes, at my Croat friends pay €1 per vote. And in Germany, we pay 0.2 euros. Wow. I don't know what we pay in the U. I think in the US, we pay like 99 cents or 99 or 0.99. Is it cents still for euros? What do you guys call like your things that are less than a full euro? I would love to know. I don't know genuinely. But I think it's like about 99, something like that. And with the conversion, it's like $1.50-ish. So yeah, I think like if we could have like a set price, that might be nice. Okay, it's cents too. But yeah, I would say I know the broadcasters probably use the funds raised to fuel next year possibly. So yeah, it would be nice if we had like a set price that wasn't too expensive. Let's see. The price for voting just goes back to Albania needing to win to heal this contest. Honestly, I would love to have it. Love to see it. Okay, I'm sorry. Marie Gould says, what US we pay 0.40, we pay 45 cents. I maxed up and paid $22. Okay. I don't know because I haven't voted this year. I didn't vote this year because I'm waiting for my paycheck on Friday and I had a lot of bills I had to pay last paycheck. So I'm kind of like flying by the seat of my pants until 3 a.m. tomorrow morning. So as long as nothing dramatic happens in my life between now and then, I'll be fine. But I will be voting on Saturday. So, I'll have the funds then. Okay. And then Mark says it's like £1 plus whatever your normal text rate is. You guys still pay for text? Okay. Is this why everyone in Europe uses WhatsApp? Someone answer that for me. Mate Christia says, yes, after all the Balkan non-qualification, we need Albania to revenge them. Honestly, Balkans, put all your weight behind Albania. I won't be upset. I would love for Albania to win for a number of reasons. And I would love to see the contest go to a country that's never won before or a country that hasn't won in a long time as well. I'm just like, at this point, call me biased. I just don't want Sweden to win because we just got back from Sweden. Do we really have to go back to Sweden again? But at the same time, if it did win, I wouldn't be angry because at least it's something different for Sweden. So we will see. I think that's about everything I wanted to bring up. Okay. Imagine, I'm just seeing. Imagine Albania winning and Renella Hijiti performing as the interval act. Here's mine. What's her name? Her name is escaping me. What is her name? Carnival this year. What was her name? Someone's gonna say it in this thing. Yeah, no, that would be a great one to see happen. But I would like to have. Thank you, Sun Drop Center, Ivana Jata, Ivana bringing the interval act. Because Carnival would not have done nearly as well as Germ is doing. Like, keeping it 100, Carnival, I think, may have struggled to qualify. And that's just me being completely honest. Yeah. So I'm just trying to see if we have an update for who's performing in what half yet. Black Bean Paste says, for me, Sweden with Kai, if they're competing for the 5th or 6th win, I'd be okay with it. But for an 8th win, I need something bigger and the split screen with Ireland. Honestly, how funny. Can we have that one day? Like, you know what? Sweden, you're not allowed to win again until Ireland gets their act together. And it's between the two of you. Because that would be such a great narrative. It would really be an excellent narrative. Matei Christia says, I'd like either France or Albania to host it next year. Austria left me disappointed this night. I think with Austria, for the last part of the song, he's not really singing, is he? That's just a backing track, really. I'm sorry about the dog. Hold on. I'm going to mute my... Mary Robin CY says, please let me experience Eurovision once in my life, my home country, Austria. Honestly, I'd be okay with, like, I haven't been to Austria in a very long time. So I'm okay with Austria hosting. I don't know, maybe it's me just being biased, but I don't connect to the song for me. I find the staging to be too immersive, and I just feel like it's not enough of him singing the whole thing. I think just at the end where it kind of goes into a rave, feels like it was tacked on. Yeah. Same, I love Vienna. I would love to go back. If I said the only city in Austria I've ever been to, well, no, it's actually kind of funny. So where I live at, we have a city here that's called Vienna, like named after the city in Austria. And so I get all these ads for Austrian places. So I use a VPN. So I get constant ads online for, this restaurant in Vienna. And I go, oh, I've never seen this place in Vienna. And then it's like in Vienna, Austria, rather than the Vienna I live by. And then I get confused. But yeah, I've never been to Vienna. The only part of Austria I've been to was Strasbourg. Sounds right. It's been a long time though. Like, it's been since the 90s, being completely honest. And I would love to go back. All right. Hello, Liddy. Vienna's awesome. I went in 2019. The food was so good. I mean, my sister wants to go to Eurovision because she likes to travel. And so I think she'd be down to a trip to Vienna. Even though, side note, I look to see if I have any more. Because I only know when Austria got first half, I think, of the draw. We haven't gotten anyone else yet. I had a ban, the job I work at. I had someone call me from Austrian jail because he was being detained at the border. Yeah, that was, I'm like, what? He's like, I need help. I'm like, I don't know what to tell you to help you out. Like, I can't say like the company I work for or what I do, but I can say that was probably the most interesting phone call I've ever had at work was, hi, I'm being detained by the Austrian Border Patrol. Okay. Yeah, that was fun. I know that was my reaction. I was like, okay. Mark, I think I prefer Austria winning over Sweden just because I worry about all the joke entries we'll get next year if Kai wins. I do have that fear as well when it comes to like a song that's more jokier winning. Yeah. Ella Elodie, but no, I want France to win, please. I need us to win at least one time in the adult contest. I'm okay with France winning. If Paris hosts, I have a cousin's house I can stay at. I'm okay with France winning, and I would love to see it happen. Yeah. I'm just looking to see. They're not going to stop until a quirky white man will win. Honestly, I already feel like we're in a bad position just with having televote only. I fear for what that will do to us. Like, I think we've gotten more of the jokier kind of songs than we've gotten previous to going to Lola Only, and it just makes me a little scared. Leonard K. France was the best. France was gorgeous, like absolutely beautiful. Entry from them. I'm just kind of like on my own here, thinking what to say and what to do. Where did you get the draws from? Because I got mine from Instagram on Tuesday, and I'm not showing them on Instagram yet. And I saw somebody had mentioned JJ pooled first half. Mary Robbins C. Why? I was worried that Luxembourg wouldn't make it, but they improved the staging so much and qualified. Okay, yeah, I agree. I think the staging was really, really cute and really good from Luxembourg. And honestly, like, call me crazy, but I felt like I was in the minority for that one. I felt like that was going to qualify all season. But getting to see it live was nice. Honestly, I want Luxembourg to go to internal selections because national finals are not for them at all. Yeah. Monte Cristi, I want it to be Paris 2026. I think they would put effort into hosting it like Germany did in 2011. I know for a fact France would give us a great show. I do not doubt that for a moment. France would give us an amazing show. Yeah, absolutely. 10 ESC Discord on. Okay, I'm going to check their Twitter account. I follow them. So I'm going to get that up. Sorry, I'm just getting things pulled up. Rue? Why are we being bad? Can I have that, please? I've got them both in here now. I don't know where the cat's at. He's somewhere. He's probably like under my sister's bed. That's where he likes to hang out. Okay. I'm almost done, I promise. I'm almost done. I'm almost done. I'm almost. Okay, that's enough. Get down. Okay. What am I doing? I am looking for ESC Discord. Oh my gosh. Anyone want to talk about UK coming last on Saturday with the Temu Bridgerton that was? Okay, you know what? It was giving me Temu Sabrina Carpenter. Because tell me that those outfits were not inspired by Sabrina Carpenter on tour. The color choices, hold on. I don't want this to get disconnected. Hold on. If I disappear, I disappear. My dog is trying to climb over to where my cords are. Back up. Here. You want to go under the desk? Go this way. Just go this way. Sorry about that, guys. He wants to go there. Yeah, no. No, Elodie, I'm not saying that at all. I'm saying they're trying to be Sabrina Carpenter. Like, with the corset top, short dress, and with the pastel yellow, pastel blue, pastel pink. Those are Sabrina Carpenter's colors. And if I'm correct, I remember reading that the person who did the costumes for Ukraine, he does Sabrina Carpenter's costumes too. So maybe she's the real MVP of this year, with people kind of copying what she does. 1 second. There's not enough space for you there. I have a dog bed under my desk, so they both want to get in the bed right now instead of the big bed I have behind me they can get into. What do you want? Okay, that's enough. That's enough. Could you please hold on? I'm almost done. I'll be done in a few minutes. Ruth. I'll be done in a few minutes. Hold on. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm pulling up the running orders. Okay, so Luxembourg is first half. UK got Producer's Choice. Greece got Producer's Choice. You know what? I think there's too many Producer's Choices in the lineups. Ooh, okay. Ted, great question. Which costume stood out to you in both semis? Latvia and semi 2. Absolutely love their costume that the ladies are wearing. I think it's so beautiful. And it's like slick like skin, and there's like kind of like fins on it, and the hair, gorgeous. Absolutely love that. Malta, I like the costume choices. I love the red hair, Mariana. But in this semi, I think the strongest costuming for me was from Latvia. Australia, I really liked what Gojo had on and what his backing dancers were wearing. Mostly because I like 70s clothes for men. I think more men need to dress in 70s style clothing. I think that was like the best decade for men's fashion. Because at least there was color and things were interesting. Men's clothing has been downhill ever since. Yeah, I love Latvia's outfits. Also, in semi 1, I think that it was Ukraine. Again, 70s inspired men's clothing. Love to see it. And I like the bright colors as well on them too. And I thought like the way that the backing dancers were, or the backing singers were dressed, and the way that Valentin's the vocalist, like the heart, mirror heart kind of looks like that part of their body's empty with the way it reflects off of everything. I think those are probably my favorite costumes. But yeah. Germany got second half. I think Germany might be our closer. No, there's not enough energy for Germany to close. Germany's gonna be like probably like 20th in the running order, I feel like. That sounds like a good place for it. But yeah, I feel like there's too many Producer's Choice running orders. Like, it's mostly Producer's Choices. If you look at it, I think there's like 8 first half, 8 second half. Wait, no, that's not. There's more Producer's Choice than anyone else. Matei, Christia, Germany getting top 10. I would be so happy. So happy with that. Mary Robbins C, Vibe would be a crazy closer. Honestly, I think Vibe is a good closer. 10, not people saying it's Gojover. See, I'm already used to that joke anyways, because everyone take a shot. It's time for me to mention anime. There's an anime / manga I really enjoy, and there's a character named Gojo in it. So I've been hearing Gojover jokes for like 5 years now at this point. If you watch anime, you know. Finland got first half. Ooh. I don't know how to feel about that. Yeah, no. I'm worried about that one. Oh, Finland is not. I don't. Oh God, if Finland opens, I'm gonna have to go find the producer and get in a fist fight with them. Yeah, Finland is probably gonna be put probably 12. I think 12th is a good spot. Yeah. Lithuania's Producer's Choice. Armenia got second half. Denmark got second half. France got second half. And Austria got first half. My concern now is I want France and Switzerland to be as far apart as possible. I need those two to be as far apart as they can be. Yes, Mary Gold, you know what I'm talking about. Judge me all you want. That's not even the series I have the closest to me. But like a giant stack of like manga here. Yeah, Switzerland is the 19th. So I want France and Switzerland to be as far apart as we can get them. Because I think my worry is like, I don't want too much emotional whiplash. But if those two are close together, it's going to kill both of their momentum. because I feel like they're kind of living in a similar place based off the color palette and based off the vibe of the song, if you are not a French speaker. Yeah. I don't know. Matei Christie says Austria is getting that second place in the running order. I don't think so. I don't think they would do that to JJ because he is a favorite. So they wouldn't put him for like in second. And he would be a terrible opener. He'll probably like ninth, I would guess. Yeah, Hef says they're giving Austria. I see them putting 9th or 10th. Yeah, 9th or 10th for Austria. No, but then you get that emotional whiplash again. If we go into like Finland, I don't want any more emotional whiplash. I can't deal with that. Mark, I could see Portugal being second. I mean, if you guys want, we can make up a running order. That could be kind of fun to finish off the stream before we get the actual running order, and I can ramble some more. I just like to make up running orders sometimes. Where are my notes? Oh, here they are. Portugal got second half. Well, who can we stick in that slot then? Honestly, I like playing this game because I usually get a pretty good first half and who goes where. Hold up, I know what I can do. Iceland is a closer I like. I like closing with Iceland. I'm just trying to pull up that's blank. And that's not going to show my name. Make sure I'm in the right one. Spain opening? Maybe. Hold on. If I freeze, I freeze for a second while I get this pulled up. Okay, let's see. Melody? Nah, not Spain opening. No, don't do Melody like that. I mean, it would be a choice. Would I agree with that choice? No, but it would be a choice. I'm just trying to pull this up here real quick. Okay, so first half, second half, producer's choice. Oof. All right. Okay, that's not going to work, so I can't do that. All right. Who's got first half? Because producer's choice could also be opening the show. You know what? Alberto says San Marino. I don't think San Marino's staging has the energy for first. I just don't think they've got the vibe that would make people want to sit down and watch. Because you want your first opener to be very bombastic. So that means people want to sit down and enjoy the show. And a little flashy. Yeah, there's way too many producers' choices in this. Like, and I don't want producer done running order because I feel like producer done running order does some people dirty. Iceland, I think, didn't Iceland get second half? I'm trying to see here. No, Iceland did get first half. Norway could be a good opener because I don't think it's fair to make the same person open both the opening of the show and the final. Like, they're not going to want to do that to people. Yeah, Lewis, producer's choice should be 25%. Agreed. Absolutely agree with that. No way, no way, no way. Norway is an opener. Whenever he says that in the song, I hear Norway, Norway, Norway. How do we feel about Luxembourg as an opener? Craig, when do we get the running order? Who knows? At this point, it's usually about 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock my time. So in the next couple of hours, I won't be falling asleep until it happens, though. I think Luxembourg could be a cute opener because it kind of like harkens back to old Eurovision, and like it's flashy and it's interesting enough. People are going to want to sit down and watch it. Okay, Matai Christie says Luxembourg sounds like third or fifth in the running order. Okay. Sandra could be Norway, San Marino, Luxembourg, Estonia. The rest I think are too strong and they wouldn't want to save for later. Maybe. We'll see. Honestly, with Hef, I think having Poland as a closer, it makes a nice narrative. And like now, she's waited 30 years to come back, and it's finally her turn to take the stage one more time. I can see putting Poland for the narrative purpose closing. That makes sense, like when you're writing a script to build around. Like it's why I would have closed with Luxembourg last year, because it's like, oh, they've waited so long, or open with Luxembourg, whatever they pulled. I think I like Luxembourg as an opener. But then who would I put second? Honestly, I'd say open with Luxembourg and then hit us with San Marino. No, they put Ukraine in second last year. I don't know. But to be honest, I still don't understand why they did that last year. Mary Robin CY says, what's the percentage of voting for jury versus public votes again? It's slightly more skewed towards public over jury. No, it's not. It's about 50-50 still. Because in San Marino, their public score is like an algorithmic thing. Technically it's just really a jury that gets points for San Marino, but they do have a telescore as well. That's not actually them voting. And then the rest of the world is purely televote. Yeah. Yeah, I don't understand. I guess last year was a proof point, but yeah. That just feels anticlimactic. Really anticlimactic. You know what? I would not be angry with that black bean paste. Ukraine could be a good opener. The girl's voice is like a sunrise. Yeah, and with the narrative of the song and how she's supposed to like represent like a morning dove. I don't know. I like Ukraine. I know people don't like Ukraine, but I love it. What did they put a front runner in second like they did last year? Sweden, I hope you like second place. Let's put Sweden second in the running order, just to prove a point. You know what? I'm not gonna play this running order game anymore because I kind of have to go to the restroom and I've been on for more than an hour. Also, I'm thirsty. I don't have anything to drink near me. So, you know what? I'll just wait until other people go. But yeah, I think I've wrapped it up. If you enjoyed the stream, don't forget to hit like and subscribe. Leave some comments if you want to come up with your own running orders. And what else is there? Oh my gosh. Follow Eurovision Fam on all the social media places because we are there. I will see you guys again on Saturday and hopefully I'll be joined by some other people. But yeah, thank you guys so much. See you guys. Bye.